Welcome to the TGBN show with your host, Garrett Williamson. Have fun and learn a lot, you know what I'm saying? What is up? It is the EGBN show, motherfuckers, and we got the Xbox One review after the year. I'm very, very excited to review this motherfucker. Quite honestly, I love that I bought it the day it came out. I stood in line, or sat in line rather. But, let's review this. Let's get down to this motherfucker and see the specifications in this bitch. Alright, so the specifications. We will be leaning here on a DVD and Blu-ray optical drive, so not too bad there. We also have the 8 gigabytes of DDR3, 32 megabytes plus of ES RAM. We do have the power of the 8-core AMD Jaguar APU, and it's clocked in around 1.75 gigahertz. We do have the 500 gigabyte hard drive, non-replaceable, which is pretty good. On the other side of the unit, we do have the synchronize button, of course, with your controllers, and then the USB 3.0. We do have the eject button and the power button, which are all touch sensitive. Yeah, on the back of the unit here, we do have the power adapter. We have the HDMI in. I believe we have the optical audio port, HDMI out, 2 USB 2.0 ports, the Connect adapter, the IR out, and of course the Ethernet port at the very side of the unit. And now looking at it, it's kind of a clunky VHS player type looking motherfucker. And then of course here we have the Connect, which is also a beast motherfucker, and it collects dust like no tomorrow. Pretty glossy, whatever. But overall it's not a bad unit. It's pretty clunky, but it's okay. Now onto the controllers. I got 3, so I got the camo, the Armed Forces one at the top, and then I bought 2, and then I bought another one. They're pretty good controllers overall. Their analogs don't stick as much, and the D-pad, it's improved from the 360. You got the micro USB on the top, so you don't even have to put in the batteries anymore. You can just plug it in and play, which is pretty nice. I typically use that quite a bit. The bottom, of course, you have your headset jack and whatnot like that, so you got that. But overall, the analog sticks aren't too shabby on this guy. So we do have our multitasking, our Xbox button, and the start one on the side. There's a micro USB cable that you can plug in at the very top, so you can obviously play with the controller. This is just an accessory I bought off eBay for $6. I recommend going to buy it. It charges your controllers. It's pretty sturdy, and I got 2 of them, so I definitely recommend getting it. It's also charged by a micro USB cable. It does have LEDs to let you know when your charge is done. Now on to the next thing, the backup plus the slim. Initially we're looking at the portable hard drive here, so I do like getting the ones where you can actually plug them in, but you need something at least of 2 terabytes if you're gonna think you're keeping your console for a long time and keeping the data that it stores constantly. So this will work perfect. It's just a portable drive. It's USB 3.0. I just plug it into the side of my console and it just sits there beautiful. It doesn't collect too much heat and doesn't have a power output, so it's pretty slim. It's pretty nice. I would definitely recommend picking something up 2 terabytes or higher. To the next thing, I would definitely like to suggest that, like, what they've done with the menu so far, and the updates, they haven't been too eccentric. Everything is basically the exact same. It kind of feels a lot like the Xbox 360s. You can navigate with, the L and R buttons, and of course with your voice commands. Now, given the Kinect, the hand gestures are pretty off, I believe. I feel like the menu could definitely upgrade its clunkiness. Everything just seems to not be as organized as the PlayStation 1, but that could just be me. I don't really know, but typically it's hard to find certain applications in certain moments of time. Now, here's the games of my selection. So I got Halo, the Master Chief Collection. This is the games I've collected within the year. So Halo Master Chief Collection, definitely a must buy for the console, which I did a review if you want to watch that. The next game, FIFA 14, it's not an exclusive, sorry. It's just, it's all around. It's okay. It's a sports game. Grand Theft Auto 5, the remastered. I stood in line and waited for it. There was a line, surprisingly. Very, very well done. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, so I definitely recommend picking this up. It's definitely an improvement from the last one. Spider-Man 2, I'm a big Spider-Man fan, so that's why I decided to pick it up. And then Shadows of Mordor. Now, this is a game you must pick up. It's kind of short, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You'll get through a lot of hours with it. Titanfall. It's an exclusive to the Xbox and PC. It's an okay game. Oh, and the 360. It's an okay game. Forza 5. It's a racing game just like the others. It's kind of boring. Don't recommend it. Battlefield 4. It's complete garbage. Online blows. The campaign sucked. On to the next one. So Dead Rising 3. I am actually stuck. I believe I'm in a glitch for the campaign, so I can't finish it. And the next game I really don't want to mention. So the Call of Duty Ghosts, whatever. And then the next one, Rise, Son of Rome. So that's a decent button smasher kind of game. It's kind of a short campaign, but it's great graphics, phenomenal graphics. So to really lead off with the rest of this review, I do think that the Xbox has had a successful year overall. I mean, in regards to the sales, we're hitting around 10.6 million units sold as of today, which is January 2nd. Actually, I'm recording January 2nd, 2015, which is a pretty solid number. It's still a groundbreaking number. It's pretty solid. PS4 is hitting around 17.3 million, I believe. So we have caught up quite a bit. However, we're still down 7.3 million units is in terms of sales and competition in that regards. But do I recommend picking it up after the year? Since consoles are all about games, and all the games I basically had, one was basically an exclusive because, Titanfall was on the 360, and it was indeed on the PC. So and Dead Rising 3, I heard it went to the PC as well. I mean, there's not enough exclusives. I have 11 games. Actually, I have UFC that they gave me, or that I bought on for $13. But again, not exclusive. Just another sports game. They did give me Limbo though, for the 1 year anniversary for being an early adopter. Standing in line, waiting for the unit. So it's a pretty solid piece of equipment. However, as in terms of right now, I wouldn't say. If you do like playing on your consoles, most people play Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, etc., etc. People basically play the most generic titles that are not really exclusive anyways. So if you did want to update, I wouldn't not recommend. I would say, yeah, why not? Because they do have good futures ahead of them, of course. But if you're into the games right now, I wouldn't recommend picking one up as of right now. There's not enough being brought to the table as in terms of entertainment. Now, given it's only been a year, we still have another 5, 6 roughly. They promise decade systems, but judging by the power, I've seen PCs for the price of less that could run just as well. So they are phenomenal consoles. The Kinect, I would get the Kinectless bundle personally. The Kinect I don't use at all. The sign-in feature is pretty cool, like when you walk in and sign in, it's cool and whatnot, but I haven't really grasped the awesomeness of that quite yet. Yeah, I would definitely recommend, if you do have a 360 and PS3 and you want to kind of upgrade is in terms of graphics, you just want to upgrade because you've stuck with the same system for roughly 8 years, almost a decade now, definitely do that. But if you're just, basically a hard gamer, you just want to play games initially that you haven't played before, then don't get these consoles yet. There's not enough being brought to the table. Anyways, that would be it for my review. Yeah, just leave comments or subscribe or do whatever you want. It is the Gaming Broadcast News out.